If the image appears too small, mainly listen then to what I'm saying, but you could always expand it. It will be always formatted good on your cell phone. I'm trying to get it formatted across the board for computers, screens and such, but it's a difficult task. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't hit the nail on the head. So if you want to make it bigger, just expand it. Just keep expanding to max on your screen, on your computer, all right? All right, stay tuned for this edition of the Shock Treatment. Unfreaking real.
Hey Mark, I just noticed something. Why is this bright over here? And maybe, I mean, I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert. How come that's bright, but the sun's over there and it's going down? My buddy Tyler said he thought could be the moon. Dude, something's not right. We're slowly
Separating the truth from the lies. Coming at you from underneath the Newton, Georgia, heavily chemtrailed, sun-simulated sky. You're about to receive a dose of the shock treatment. I want to say thank you to one of my Facebook friends, Matt Bloodworth. This is his footage, and I greatly appreciate him or anyone else who sends their proof of what they're seeing. You know, I've been doing this for the longest time, or not the longest time, but several years. I've been about 4 years looking at the sky and trying to figure it out and going down the rabbit hole and realizing the chemtrails and that they use coal ash, aluminum, strontium, barium, desiccated blood cells, polymers, chaff, a host of undesirables in the sky. And then there was there's something I was watching Planet X News, and Dr. Claudia Albers was talking about a sun simulator. Now this is like, January of last year, February maybe. And I was like, wait a minute, what did she just say? What did she just say? And just before that, my mother, about a month before that, was out on the back porch. She looked up, she says, look at that giant white floodlight, which used to be golden, right? It used to be gold in the sun, but now all of a sudden it's white? Well, lo and behold, there are patents out there. Germany even made theirs, sun simulator, Boeing, Bausch and Lomb. I wouldn't be surprised if Lockheed has patents on it. China plans on putting one up. Also, China plans on putting up a fake moon in hopes to save on, as so they say, light energy, save on cost. That's what Obama went to LED lights and got rid of incandescent lights. Why? Well, it's Li-Fi, folks, and that's what the sun simulator is going to be doing, or is doing. A giant LED floodlight, just like I've always suspected. Pink rose petals all around, right, when I'm filming it. But I want you to look at this footage right here. Do you see this? They're noticing that the sun simulator, and that's what I'm going to call it, party people, party sheeple, because it's not doing the job that the sun once did. They're noticing that its sun simulator is setting in the west, rising east, sets in the west, and but in the eastern part of the sky, you see white clouds illuminated. They're illuminated like there's an actual light shining on them. I also have to question, why is this flat-looking cloud, flat fake cloud, it's probably coal ash cloud, why isn't that getting illuminated, at least to some extent? But you see, these are almost as if they're lights themselves. So what's up with that? Now, there is a lot of talk that there's obviously more than one sun simulator in our skies. I mean, one of them is not going to do the job for the entire, immense area that it would normally cover. So it could be another sun simulator over there, or it could be something else. But nevertheless, something is going on, and we could rule out the moon. The moon is not going to be that bright. It's not even that bright at night. So the moon's not doing that, if that is even the moon anymore at all. Because we don't even know what the hell's going on at this rate. It's gotten so insane. But it's truly gotten out of control. I mean, what you're seeing here is nothing but chemtrails. Since when is the sun oval-shaped? And it's pure white now. You know, the fake news weather channel wants to give a new name to this to pacify the sheeple, but this ain't normal. This ain't normal. Push down over here, cobweb over here of poison, and this too also chem cloud. This is a Frankenscene. That's all it is a Frankenscene. And that brings me to this. Yesterday I captured this in Carrollton. Now, to piggyback off of Matthew's question, Matt Bloodworth's question of what these are, I also have to say, you know, why in the world, how do you have this shaped, odd-shaped cloud, put in quotes? It looks like, I don't know, fat, distorted Christmas tree. Could be an India, you know, one of those arrow tips from an Indian spear or something like that. But it's really dark, and notice how it's conveniently covering that giant white floodlight. And also, notice this right here. You see it, notice it. Why is this part dark over here? And if the sun simulator is right there, and it's casting light here and here, why is it dark over here? Dark. Why is this dark? This is casting a shadow on something. There's a lot of talk that there's a screen of some sort, or that the chemtrails act as a movie screen. And notice how they're talking about a fake alien invasion coming along. Are they going to stage that? Are you going to have the holograms for the sheeple to believe that we're really being invaded by aliens? Come on, party people, party sheeple. Notice how white this cloud is and illuminated this is over here, especially on this part. Notice if we want to go to Paradola, I believe I pronounced it Paradola route. This looks like an angry Gerber baby. But I noticed that these clouds are not normal. They're not the normal shapes that they used to be. Why is it one lone black cloud? Usually it's a cloud system, a storm system moving in of some sort, and it's all dark, you know, and then it moves away naturally. But it's not. This is not natural. That's not natural. This is not a natural scene. How this is casting a shadow against the backdrop. All right, and there's a lot of talk from people that use high-powered telescopes that there's an actual type of, for lack of a better word, screen put up there somehow. That's above my pay grade, but all I can tell you is, which ain't much by the way, but I can tell you, this is not normal. This appears to be shadow, this thing's shadow against the backdrop, and possibly against the chemtrails. But this thing is certainly up to something. It's not normal. That's what we can conclude. Freaking split screen skies, what it looks like, all confused. People think this is normal. You want to know why? Because they're not. I want you to notice something too. Notice how in this picture, just taken a few minutes before, it's doing this. Darker. All this is darker. Darker. Now, if you got a sun simulator here, and it's able to do this over here and over here, then this should be equally as bright as this. It doesn't make sense why this would be and this would be. This is what they call a digital sky or a split screen sky. So there's something definitely going on, and this doesn't even appear to be the same shape as it was in the video that I just played. We're going to go back to that, but take a look at this. Notice how all these clouds, put in quotes, are huddled together, pushed down. This never before was normal. This is not normal, hovering just above the tree line. Look at this. This actually, when you think about it, should be scattered around the sky like fluffy white clouds used to be, you know? Now they're all pushed down, huddled together, and we see this. All this spraying, and this giant white floodlight. It's unbelievable, man. What's even more unbelievable is the sheeple think that this is freaking normal. What about this to you is normal? It used to be gold in the sun, and no pink petals effect. Even over here, see that? How it's looking over here? Pinkish. Over here, over here, over here, over here. Petals. To the metal. Petal to the metal. Aluminum, strontium, barium. All this pushed down. You see that? That ain't freaking normal, man. And then you take a look at NASA, never straight answer. They're using tracers. Trying to claim that it's the equivalent of injecting harmless dye into a liquid, right? They're saying they inject this into the upper atmosphere to track the, seems like the winds and stuff like that. But we know it's a little bit more than that. They're putting lithium. See if I can find it. I know that's for starters, lithium. Is that good? Lithium. But you'll get, follow high altitude winds. Yeah, there's something else going on with that too. Different colors, pink, I think purple. And those pink clouds you see that are fluorescent. Neon. That ain't normal. So for all you naysayers that say that, oh, they're not spraying, they're not chemtrailing, what does this say here? They first used sounding rockets in the 1950s, scientific research with experiments which inject vapor tracers in the upper atmosphere. These materials make the naturally occurring flows of ionized and neutralized particles either by luminescing at distant wavelengths in the visible and infrared part of the spectrum or by scattering sunlight. How about sun simulator light? So what are they using in there? This is what they're putting in there. The local time and the altitude of the study used vapors that are released in space are trimethyl aluminum. There's the our old pal aluminum showing up, even by never a straight answer. Lithium and barium. Oh, where have you heard that before? So they're even spraying the skies. And what did it just say right here? It says these materials make visible the naturally occurring flows of ionized and neutral particles by either luminescing at distant wavelengths in the visible and infrared part of the spectrum, or by scattering sunlight. Any way you slice it, they're tampering with the atmosphere, they're tampering with Earth, they're tampering with creation, and this is not good. Why don't you look up lithium? Last time I checked, I think it was a drug, was it not? So what's going on with that? Oh, these are the colors, by the way, producers. Don't be surprised if this clouds, I've seen these before. I haven't yet seen these, but I've seen kind of a bright white clouds, as Matt and I have. I've also filmed those, Matt, at Publix like a month ago. I was there. Couldn't get over a month ago. Couldn't get over it. Around the whole sky, every horizon was bright white clouds, like the sun was shining on them. Unbelievable. But everything around, including the sky, was darker. So that told me that they were actually lit up, these clouds, put it in quotes. So here we're looking at sun simulator patents. No need to ask, here's a sun simulator. Sun simulator. Oh, since 1960s patents. But now I read back in the late 90s there was a small article, but it caught my eye in the newspaper when I was living in Chattanooga, that they planned on putting up, when I say they, I always think the powers that be, whoever it is, the government, NASA, whoever does this stuff, planned on putting giant mirrors up in the sky. Yeah, I want a block. Oh my God. Giant mirrors up in space to beam the light down on Earth all the more. So one sun is not enough. So this leads me to believe that instead of going with these mirrors, they went with this. Not cooperating. All right. We see a lot of this in the truth community. People taking pictures of this. Purple skies. To my memory, that's not normal. Blue, but not purple. This would be more normal if it was orange, like it used to be. But there are patents out there. There are patents out there for a long time, Sun Simulator. So this is, don't think this ain't happening. This can't or isn't happening. You see right here. Germans switch on largest artificial sun. Right there, folks. $149 souped-up film projector spotlights, LED lights. By the way, LED lights, they went to that for Li-Fi, the Internet of Things. You got to think big, folks. The Internet of Things. When you hear that, that's not a good thing. That's Big Brother on steroids. Big Brother in full effect, okay? That means they can listen to you from every which way if it's all connected. 5G, that's why they need 5G. So this is a giant LED floodlight is what it is. And the LED floodlight is part of Li-Fi, which taps into Wi-Fi and probably WiGig when 5G rolls out. It's all dangerous stuff, by the way. This is a giant LED light like you have in your home, which is Li-Fi. They can beam down data into your head. Is that really your thoughts? Is that really your voice? Are you really angry? Was it you, or is something else causing it? And they can upload information from you into this beast system, Internet of Things. So wherever you go, there this thing is, downloading frequencies into us and uploading information or data from us into the system, the beast system. Look up Li-Fi. I'm going to leave a link below from A Plain Street Truth, which is mirroring Extreme Realities. She breaks it on down. I don't know what her name is. Sounds like Cindy Garay. But she breaks it down on Li-Fi and just what it means. It's basically the Internet of Things. The Antichrist will know where you are, be able to control your send thoughts into your head, different types of data, information. There's voice-to-skull technology already existing, probably all the more with this. And it's just going to be one massive web or prison, so to speak. And these things that are going up all over the place, it's not just for light. Just like the light bulb that freaking Obama went to LED wasn't just to save us money. None of it is. It's never in our best interest, all right? It's always an agenda behind it. By the way, have you checked out the Georgia Guidestones, depopulation? Huh? Located in Elbert, Georgia? Yeah, go check that out and then get back with me, all right? Depopulation, too, is a lot of big agendas with the chemtrails, with the vaccines. Even the fake news is divisive and destructive. Have a hankering vote for commies after watching fake news. It's just a sick, upside-down, twisted GMO Burger King's Impossible Burger that will bleed. Are you kidding me? A vegetable burger that will bleed? Huh, Soylent? Huh, Soylent? It's unbelievable. White clouds all on each horizon as that freaking giant white floodlight sets. That they keep blocking it out when we used to be able to see it setting more often than not. They keep blocking it out. That friggin' floodlight. If I were you, I'd stay the hell out of that giant LED floodlight. No wonder why people are burning. I never understood why I was burning faster than ever before, my skin. And now I know. So how much radiation is that putting out? Did they screw up by putting a sun simulator up there? And then all of a sudden they realize, oops, this thing's emitting way more radiation than the actual sun did. Who knows? They keep blocking it out. All right? It's unbelievable. Clouds, white clouds, bright, self-lit they look like. Like they're just actual illuminating clouds. Self-illuminating. Unbelievable, man. I'll leave it right there and pick up with something else next time. Or maybe this. We'll see. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, hey. My RFB voice. Like, share, subscribe, or don't. At any rate, Shakalaka from Noonan. I'm out. Until next time, you receive the shock treatment.